Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mercy and I'm back with another video. Normally I would have my son right here, but he's currently asleep and I just didn't want to wake him up to make a video. But today we're going to be talking about postpartum. This is going to kind of be the part 3 to my pregnancy video, my labor and delivery video, and then now I'll be talking about postpartum. And this is kind of I would say a sensitive subject, mainly because this is something that not a lot of people want to talk about, or a lot of women in general. So everybody wants their postpartum to be perfect. Everybody wants to quote unquote snap back, which I'm telling you is imaginary. There is no snap back. I don't care what nobody says. You do not just snap back. You never go back to your original size. And you might get skinny again, but your body will look different. I don't care what nobody says. You will not have that body that you used to have before you got pregnant. That's imaginary. And there's so many things that pregnancy does to your body. Some people might have stretch marks. Some people might have darker nipples. Some people might not have their shape again. Some people might have hips now, bigger boobs, smaller boobs. Like, it's all different, and pregnancy does different things to each woman. Some are similar. But I just want to get that realization out there that your body will not look the same, and that's okay. You just made a whole human. And I'm just so sick of people talking about that snap back or getting back cute, getting back right, and that, like, I don't know, it just brings so much pressure to a woman that just had a baby to snap back. Like, that's all you think about in your pregnancy. Then when you actually go through postpartum, it can actually make you depressed or sad about your body, when that shouldn't be the case. You should love your body either way. You just made a baby, okay? So I want to get that out there that no, you do not have to snap back right away. Your body takes 9 months to make a baby. Give your body 9 more months to go back. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just want to start off saying that your body won't be perfect, and that is okay. That's completely fine. You're still beautiful. The only thing you need to be worried about is being the best you can be at the end of the day. Not snapping back or having that body you used to have, because, girl, something gonna change. I don't care what nobody got to say. Something gonna change after you have a baby. And me personally, I will talk about those changes at the end of this video. But I just kind of want to go through my postpartum experience. And I prayed a lot during my pregnancy, I prayed a lot during my labor and delivery, and I prayed a lot afterwards. And I think that had a major impact on how my pregnancy went. I had no complications, you guys, none. I had what they call a really good pregnancy, and my labor and delivery was pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. So, you know, I was expecting a worse postpartum. Honestly, I was more scared of postpartum than I was my own labor and delivery. Like, that's how much people scared me when it came to postpartum, because they would talk about all these bad experiences they had, and nobody really talks about, like, what really goes down or how good it can be. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna start off with just, you know, after birth. Okay, I had to grab some things that I can show you. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go into after you just had your baby and what you'll experience. So the first thing that I was really scared about was peeing and pooping after I had just had a baby. So, and I mean, yeah, I had stitches, you guys. So when my nurse told me right after I just had my baby that I had to go pee, I was terrified. I was so scared. I was like, no, there's no way I'm peeing. Because I thought, you know, with stitches, it would hurt just to pee. Like, I just had a thought in my mind that it might sting or it might burn, or just, I didn't want to pee. And I'm here to tell you that it's going to be okay, girl. It's going to be fine. So she was like, I'm going to help you out. So she walked me to the bathroom, or kind of helped me to the bathroom, because I was able to function perfectly fine. But she just wanted to make sure, because I did have an epidural, that I could walk. So she gave me this spray. And this is life saving. hope it's focusing, but it like numbs the area basically. So I sprayed this down there and then I peed, and you guys, I was perfectly fine. I don't know why I was so scared to pee, but I was fine. And then afterwards they gave me this cleansing bottle. So I just kind of cleansed down there, and then they gave me a pair of mesh underwear, which is totally comfortable. I don't know why everybody says you're not gonna want to wear those panties. I like them. I love the ones that they gave me in the hospital. They were nice and loose and comfortable. And then they gave me a big pad. They gave me a bag of just really big pads, and then they also put in some pads that you shake them and it like makes the pad kind of like a little cooling ice pack thing. It's really cool. So you put that on there and it kind of cools the area after you give birth. And then they give you things called tux pads, or tux pads, I think, tux, whatever. They're kind of just little circular things. I'll probably insert a picture, but I think they're tux pads or tux something, but they're just circle little cloth things with I believe it was witch hazel that's in them, and this helps heal that area up. And then it was time to go to the recovery room, and normally they'll put you in a wheelchair and take you into the recovery room, especially first time moms, but I was able to walk perfectly fine. And a lot of the nurses were like shocked because I was walking like I hadn't just had a baby. Like, I felt really good after I had my baby, so I was perfectly fine. I was walking and like I was like, you know, pushing that little cart that you put your baby in to sleep, kind of like their cart slash bassinet thing. So I was pushing him to the next room, and so now I'm in the recovery room and everybody leaves and I take my first shower, which felt so incredible. And then when I got out, I look at my body and I'm like, whoa. And not whoa in a negative way. I never felt bad about my body because I knew how big I was and how incredibly shocked I was about how flat my stomach was after I had my baby. Like, literally, he was all of my weight, which is crazy. And I would look in the mirror and I had this really, really dark stomach. It wasn't like, okay, so a lot of women, I would say, it looks like they're pregnant still, and I didn't have much of a belly. I kind of had like a little pudge, or like it kind of looked like I don't know, it looked like a little pouch. And then my stomach was really dark and kind of showed up. It was really ugly, nothing you want to look at, okay. But I was so, every time I would look in the mirror, I was kind of like just shocked that I really just gave birth. It kind of like really hit me when I looked at my stomach for the first time. And though it was ugly and it wasn't cute, girl, I was not tripping. I was just like, wow, like I just did that and my body is so amazing. And I wasn't worried about my stomach. Honestly, I was shocked on how good it did look compared to when I was pregnant, or how small I instantly got and how light I felt. Like, I was no longer carrying around almost 8 pounds, so it was kind of good. I was just thankful basically that he was okay and everything went good and that I made a baby. Like, I made a human. And it still shocks me to this day. I look at him and I'm like, wow, that's really my son. Like, how crazy. Another thing I want to talk about is I did have back pain. I don't know if that had to do with the contractions feeling in my back, or if it, because during labor my back was killing me, so that wasn't a shocker. I don't know if it was that or the epidural, but I did have kind of a sore back, which I mean went away, so it was kind of very temporary. What I didn't know is that after birth I would get contractions still. So I would get these really bad contractions, and not just right after birth, you guys. I'm talking weeks. Like a week after birth I would have them a lot in the morning, and then for weeks I would just have them ever so often, kind of like really bad period cramps or mild contractions, like these really sharp pains in my stomach. And I just took painkillers and ibuprofen to help with that. And so my main thing when it came to postpartum that really shocked me the most is when my milk came in. So I didn't breastfeed, and mainly because I didn't want my boobs to look saggy or to be ugly, which I don't know why, you guys. Honestly, I don't know why I thought like that. And I wanted my body back, so I was like, I'm just gonna bottle feed. And also, I wanted my baby to be able to be watched or taken care of without me having to be in the room 24/7. So like, I wanted, if my mom was watching him for a few minutes, I wanted her to be able to feed my baby, and so that I can go around and do some things. Or if I'm at the store, I could have a bottle to feed him. I just figured it would be more convenient, and I would have my body back, and you know, I wouldn't have saggy boobs. And honestly, you guys, that is probably one of my biggest regrets, is not breastfeeding. I wish I just would have done it. And I mean, it's fine, my baby's still healthy, everything's cool. I just wish I would have gave him that little extra nutrients, especially now with everything going on. I do wish I would have breastfed. My next baby, I definitely will be. I kind of feel a little bit selfish that I didn't, and that's just one of my mom regrets, honestly. So and with that being said, my milk came in like 4 days after I gave birth. And I mean, like, really came in. So I was taking a hot shower, and what you're not supposed to do is let hot water run on your boobs when you're not breastfeeding. For the women out there that don't want to breastfeed, don't let hot water run on your boobs, and always wear tight bras, which I didn't do either. And I think that's what really affected me, because once my milk came in after I got out the shower, my boobs were really sore at first. And then all of a sudden, I looked in the mirror because I was having so much pain, and they were engorged with milk. Like, my boobs were so much pain, I thought they could explode. Like, rock hard. Really, like, my boobs were so big. It's like as big as they, like, I've never seen my boobs that big and rock hard before. Like, it was crazy. And I was in so much pain. I kept, you know, thinking to myself, should I just feed him this milk, because that's how much pain I was in. And what I know now is I would have just breastfed him in that moment. I don't know why I didn't. Honestly, I don't know. But I wish I would have at least released some of that milk, because it was really bad. And it took 3 days for the milk to fully go away and for me to like recover from that. They hurt so bad, and I would take like washcloths and I would put water in them, and then I would go let them sit in the freezer. Not freeze completely, but I would let them go sit in the freezer for a little bit. And that cooling sensation really helped. But yeah, I was going crazy, y'all. I wanted to cry. I couldn't really pick up my child because that's how bad my boobs were. That's the worst part of my entire postpartum, was when my milk came in. And had I known that, I would have breastfed my son from the start. Like, and once my milk went dry, my boobs actually shrunk. Like, my boobs right now are smaller than before I got pregnant, which is crazy, because I always had big boobs, which I'm not mad at, you guys. Honestly, I think because I didn't breastfeed, my boobs look really good now. I'm actually thankful. Like, out of all the things my son changed with my body and everything that pregnancy kind of did to my body, I'm happy the way my boobs look. Also, my hips got they got curvy, you know. I ain't mad at it. I did kind of get stretch marks, but not like crazy all over my stomach or anything. But right by my belly button, you can kind of see little light streaks in it. So I guess stretch marks, but those are even going away. And it did take me a long time to kind of get to where I am to my postpartum recovery, because yes, I'm recovered, but my stomach is still shrinking back. It's still getting smaller every day. The skin is still tightening up. The stretch marks are kind of going away. So my body is still improving on a month-to-month basis. And you guys, like I said, your body took 9 months to grow a baby. Give your body 9 more months to fully recover. My son's finna be 7 months, and I have yet to fully snap back. That's why I'm telling you guys, like, and I'm a small person, and he stretched me out like crazy. And so I am proud of the progress that I've made. I think my body looks really good, especially for having made a baby. I still have a little bit of a pouch, a little bit of a tummy. I still do have a little bit of I don't want to say like extra skin, because I think that sounds worse than what it is. It's just, I just have a little bit of a stomach still, and I still do have a little bit of stretch marks. But what has helped with my stretch marks is bio oil. And I also, let me show you guys. So this is the first one, which obviously I'm almost out. It's the cocoa butter formula and skin therapy oil. I love this. And then obviously this oil is almost out too, but it's just, I don't know if you can, I don't know. It's just bio oil. Both of them are like at its bottom because I used these during my pregnancy, my whole postpartum. So they're almost out. I also used a lot of butters and creams for my stomach while I was pregnant, which helped a lot. But yeah, that's really my postpartum video. And for all my mommies out there that are about to have a baby or had a baby, y'all, please do not be sad about your body. I don't care if you had a C-section. Like, girl, you are beautiful and you made a beautiful baby. But yeah, I just want to say that, okay? But yeah, that's the end of this video. I do make a lot of mom vlogs, so if you're new here, don't forget to push that subscribe button. I would love to have y'all join the family. I hope this video helped you guys. And until next time, I will see y'all guys in my next video. Bye, loves.